Hello from International Drive. I am going to the Orange County Convention Center today for Collecticon. Collecticon is in the West Concourse, so I need to go find parking. The West parking lot is full, so I'm going to go all the way down International Drive to get free parking. I parked over here last year, but I'm going a little bit further down I drive because I can get free parking over here by the wheel. It might not be worth the effort, but it is something that I've wanted to do, which is that I'm going to park here and then rent a scooter and then take that all the way down to the convention center. I've got my Team Rocket hat and my Pokemon shirt, and I am ready to go buy some trading cards. I do have sort of a plan of what I want to accomplish today at Collecticon, but first I need to get there, so I'm going to rent one of these scooters and take this all the way down I drive. I've rented my scooter and I'm switching over to my GoPro, so enjoy this lo-fi Pokemon music scooter ride. So I ended my ride and I'm heading over here to the West Concourse. I do not think that was worth it. I had to find a parking zone to actually park my scooter, which I did not have to do that last time, which extended my ride, which made it more expensive. So it unfortunately would have been cheaper to actually park at the North-South Concourse and then take the shuttle over to the West Concourse, which is where Collecticon is. So the parking down there was free, but that just did not save me any time. Specifically, that was a 23-minute and 55-second 1.5-mile distance, and that cost $17.68. But I've made it to the West Concourse. I'm going down here. I'm gonna go in here and then try to find which convention hall Collecticon is. Exhibition hall. It is really hot outside today, but I'm going inside to pick up my ticket that I purchased. There's actually multiple conventions going on right now, but Collecticon is down here. I'll be back here later to get some food, or maybe down here by the convention hall. Yeah, there's some food here. See how out of the way this was. I could have parked my scooter way down here, but I just decided to keep on going down and park it in front of the convention center. So I need to get my wristband. There's the giant Pikachu down there, and this is where I redeem my ticket. So I have my wristband and I'm heading inside Collecticon. I love this massive Pikachu right at the entrance of Collecticon, but something's about to happen inside the exhibition hall. So I need to find the stage, which is way over there. I'm walking past so many cool cards and booths, and I'm coming over here for a tradition that I've experienced the past several years at Collecticon. There's Pikachu. I just got a picture with Pikachu. Eevee's out now. Pikachu was out earlier. I got a picture with Pikachu and also Eevee. I got a couple selfies. So to my knowledge, next Veronica Taylor, the original voice of Ash Ketchum, should be doing a panel on the stage. But I'm also like stupid hungry right now. So I do think that I'm going to go ahead and go get some food and then come back to the exhibition floor. I do have an objective that I'm trying to accomplish today, which is pretty much going to be singles. But I came outside really quickly just to get something to eat because I am so starving. I'm just going to try to get something really quickly around the corner. Hi, PSA 10, first edition base set, Shadowless, 1999, Charizard. And Mewtwo, Blue Eyes My Dragon. And I decided to just get some Papa John's. So that was incredibly quick. I got my pizza and I'm finding a place to sit down to eat it, which is going to be right over here by the window. Here's my pepperoni pizza and garlic sauce, which cost about $15. And then this Coke that I brought from home. This is one of the best things about conventions, just to be so overstimulated inside the convention and then to come out and have something delicious like this. So I ate my lunch, I feel rejuvenated and ready to spend some money. But first, I do need to talk about what I'm doing today. This is my childhood Pokemon card collection. So about 10 years ago, I organized my cards into this binder, and I have not really looked at it since. I have mostly base set Unlimited and base set 2 cards. I might have some first edition cards in here and Japanese cards, but essentially what I want to do today, what I would like to at least attempt to start to do, is I want to complete my original 151 card collection. I'm thinking that I want it to be base set unlimited, but there's just so much of a mix of different set types here, even from Jungle and Fossil and Team Rocket, probably, so it might be pretty impossible to actually complete this set. I did go through this, again, a long time ago, way before Pokemon actually got relevant, again, recently, but I did put a list together of all of the different cards that I need, and that's right here, the front of my binder, so I'm going to open this up and see what I need to complete this set. That is a lot of cards. See, I did this so long ago, but these are all the cards that I need, and then these are the alternative versions of cards from different sets that I probably would want to switch out for actual base set cards. So I'm going to go back into the convention now, but I'm going to put this into my pocket for reference. So a majority of these are going to be non-holographic commons and uncommons. What might be a problem is that Collecticon really deals with high value transactions. So sealed product, engraded slabs, booster boxes, loose packs. Finding the individual cards won't be a problem. It'll be maybe finding like a binder with just loose base set cards. So these are the kinds of binders that I need to be looking through. So I'm going to keep walking around and see what I can do comparing prices of cards that I need. I should probably prioritize the commons and uncommons right now. So I'm quickly realizing that this is going to be a very expensive venture that I have today. This is really cool. Over here they're playing Pokemon Monopoly. It's sort of a game where you pay to roll the dice and then you can get a Pokemon pack or a card. There's also Plink over here, a lot of mystery games. So whenever to the corner, I'm going to try like a spiral approach around the convention. This is where the voice actors are. So I'm just trying to find singles, common and uncommon singles and rares. Look at this massive Tyranitar and then this huge Charizard. Thanks so much. Cool. I just got a selfie over here with Charizard, in front of Charizard. This is the other corner of Collecticon over here. That was a fun photo opportunity, just all of the Pokemon characters running around. So I promised that I have been looking through binders for cards. I'm just trying to gauge the prices of them. So I found this binder. We have some WotC, Wizards of the Coast base set cards and Jungle and Fossil, so this is promising. I didn't see anything that I needed in that binder, but look at these cards. These are pretty interesting. It makes sense the vendors wouldn't really waste their time with just bulk base set cards, but I'm trying to find that perfect binder. I'm finally starting to see some plushes, and this is exactly what I'm looking for. This is a Fossil and a second edition binder. So I just picked up these cards that I need from that binder, which had Fossil and Jungle in it. There was also a Rocket and base set binder, but I'm gonna go and put these into my binder. So I've been sitting in the corner trying to organize all of the cards that I still need to get. This got a little bit confusing with the cards that I already have and then the alternative versions of the cards that I have, so I ended up just organizing all of them and putting them in order on my phone, so this should be significantly easier to actually get these cards that I need. This booth helped me out so much though. I might even come back to see if there were cards that I ended up missing. I found another binder with some stuff that I know that I need. The question is, do I settle for non-holographics? I keep finding binders, but I'm convinced that I'm going to find a better price at a different table. I think that I'm going to have to end up getting just the non-holographics for a lot of these cards. A lot of these are expensive. So I made it all the way to the other end of the convention center. There's the stage. I looked through this binder and I got a couple cards. I didn't need this one. This one's a banned card because it looks like Muck is doing something inappropriate. And then I got this Psyduck. So this is a lot of what I'm looking for here, but some of these can be different variants of being holographic or non-holographic. I think I would want the legendary birds to be holographic and the evolutions, but cards like these, I don't necessarily need those as holographics. Comparing those prices with some of the holographic versions of those cards. Alright, I picked these up for $20. The last pickup I got for $10, so I'm doing pretty good. These are all cards that do come in holographics. Most of them come in a holographic, but that would have been just way too expensive. Alright, picked up a few more cards here. I'm glad that I don't have to buy the big three today because that is going to be expensive. I need to start being significantly less picky with the cards that I pick up today. The hot commodity this year is sealed product boxes and tins and packs and ETBs and booster boxes. So I spent a lot of time at this booth going through that bulk bin and these binders over here, and I got a lot of stuff that I need. I had to go back for one more card that I missed, but I have 15 more cards to complete my binder. I made it down to the other end, and Collecticon does end in less than an hour, but all of the cards that I have left to collect are holographics and very expensive. So I came outside really quickly just to show what I still need in this binder, which is now consisting of base set, Shadowless, Unlimited, First Edition, and Second Edition, as well as Fossil and Jungle. But it's very close to being completed. And there are ones that I sort of don't want to replace, like my Japanese holographics that I really like a lot. But for the most part, I have really kind of condensed what I used to have in here. I used to have a very wide variety. This one is very nostalgic for me for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, I could have gotten the holographics of every card that I could have gotten. This is also like, this is a very expensive card that I really did not know that I had. This is like a Japanese Gengar that I'm pretty sure is banned. The banned cards are always pretty expensive, but yeah, so all the cards that I need. I just have like different variants of cards, like different languages that I would want to like replace with English cards. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so I'm just going to start walking around and just seeing what other cards and binders maybe I could get. Look at all of these plushes. I did not even scratch the surface of different products that I could have gotten here, packs and again, boxes. I can't believe that I missed this booth. It was very busy earlier, but this is an overwhelming amount of plushes that I've never seen before. I always fight the temptation to get a plush whenever I go to a convention. I think I'm all right. This trip was really just focused on the cards themselves, just trying to complete my binder. But look at this, they also have Hoot Hoot and Meryl. These are two of my favorite Pokemon. What is happening? I'm good. So right now I'm pretty much just walking in any direction. There's the Charizard all the way back there. This is what I'm looking for. This is just a binder of nothing but vintage holographics. And I just picked up some big boys for $50. So I came over here to this booth and I got these 3 cards, and then ran over to this vintage binder and I got these. So they just made an announcement that Collecticon has closed for the day, but people are still vending. This booth was selling loose packs, and I got 5 Team Rocket packs, Japanese Team Rocket packs. So I'm slowly making my way back to the front of the convention, and I think I made my final purchase right over here for these cards. Okay, everyone is packing up and leaving, so I should too. This was overwhelming, though I pretty much did what I wanted to do today. I'm sort of going up and down the aisles right now. A lot of people still stick around and do deals, so I've exited the exhibition hall, and I need to organize all of this. I'm sitting underneath the giant Pikachu trying to organize all of my cards because Collecticon is over. This was probably the most expensive splurge that I've ever done with Pokemon cards. I did try to get either base set 2 or slightly damaged alternatives to base set for these holographics, and I also did combine and pair cards so that it was slightly less expensive and cheaper, but ultimately this was very expensive, unfortunately. But I think I did what I wanted to do today, which I wanted to complete my 151 binder. All right, I just have a few more cards to put into my binder. Look at how beautiful these cards are. So here is my completed binder of cards from when I was a kid and that I picked up today, ranging from base set first edition, Shadowless, Unlimited, Jungle, Fossil, base set 2, Japanese Team Rockets, holographic, non-holographic, pretty much every card that I was able to get today, and I did not think that I was actually going to be able to do it. There are some cards in here that I definitely want to switch out for different alternatives, but ultimately I did it. I completed my binder. And now, to open up my Japanese Team Rocket set, which I have been waiting to open this up because it's been impossible to get English cards, so I'm going to open up Japanese cards. Collecticon is over though, so I'm heading outside, I think, to do that. But I've been looking forward to this set. I'm going to have to walk all the way down here just to get back to the parking garage. I might take the scooter from the parking area that was down here, but I'm going to open these up. All right, out of 5 packs, I got a Team Rockets Moltres and a Team Rockets Persian, and it is starting to rain. Fortunately, this is covered all the way down here where I can hopefully cross the street. Thinking about it, I feel like I splurge every year at Collecticon, where a couple years ago, we sort of spent a lot of money on the meet and greets with the voice actors, and then last year I spent a lot of money on the product to open up to complete my Pokemon 151 set, which is now very expensive. So I'm glad that I did that. And then this year I spent just a lot of money on individual card purchases. Because right now, Pokemon is a stupid expensive hobby and it's almost not fun. So I feel like the better financial avenue is just to buy the cards themselves versus buying the packs or the sealed product, the booster boxes or whatever. This is cool. I have never gone this way before. We're by the convention center and it's very quiet right now, but I'm just heading down the sidewalk. Actually, I'm going up the stairs and then crossing over here to cross the street. Nope, I lied. I need to go over here. So I'm crossing over to that sidewalk and then going down I drive. All right, I am oriented. Just needed to stop like sprinkling. It's a good thing that I didn't just buy expensive cardboard. So now we made it to International Drive and I'm going this way. So I'm crossing the street now and I think I will rent another scooter. This is one of the parking locations, so I'm going to rent one. And I made it back to Pirate Mini Golf and I'm just kind of scooting myself belong here because this is very dangerous to use and vlog at the same time. So I've dropped off my scooter, and that was only $7.99 for about a mile, and that took 9 minutes and 22 seconds. So we made it back to Icon Park, and it was not worth it to park here and then scooter over to the Orange County Convention Center. It might have been maybe cheaper, but probably just around the same price, but it wasn't worth the time spent taking the scooter from here to iDrive to the Orange County Convention Center. Parking is about $20 to $30 to park in the concourses, which was probably about the same that I spent taking the scooter. But it was definitely more fun than taking the shuttle or walking. At least it's entertaining to play around with different avenues of getting to the convention center. But that was my trip to Collecticon to pretty much complete my childhood Pokemon 151 original Pokemon card binder. It was fun. It was very expensive. I got to listen to the original Pokemon theme song again, which I keep doing every single year just because it is sort of like a nostalgic thing for me. But yeah, it was fun. The ticket to get into Collecticon, I think, was like $44. And then just the price of me renting the scooter to get to and from Collecticon, and then purchasing the food, and then all of the cards. It's an expensive thing to do. It's an expensive hobby, but it is fun. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Have a great day, and goodbye.